All right, let's see what we can do this lab, okay? Are you ready? Is your lab ready? Not yet? Sergio, how you doing today?
I'm fine. Yeah, pretty good.
Nice.
Finally, reasonably nice weather, because like I was suffering from excessive heat all summer long. Now
Yeah.
it's like sometimes in July in Russia.
Okay, cool.
This is what we like.
Mm-hmm. Okay, once again, your lab is ready? No, not ready yet. Juasa says no either. Okay. All right, let's just take a look. So we still need to log into the command host. And then we'll be able to access the database. Okay.
Sorry, just a quick interrupt. Nathan, are you here? I'll send him a message. Thank you.
All right. So I'm going to go to the EC2 and go into the instance, select the command host instance, and on the top, click connect, because we're going to use the session managers. Connect. Yeah. All right, so I'm in the command host. So step number 10 that we need to change it to, or switch to become the root user. So sudo su. So I'm the root user now, and I'm gonna go to the EC2 users home directory. So cd/home/EC2-user. And quickly just do a ls. And again, have this word.sql, this data file there. And step 11 is I need to log into the database. So using MySQL, this command with a username and the password. So I'm logged into the MariaDB now. And these steps are exactly the same from the previous lab. The next one is the show database. So we have a Word, W-O-R-L-D, this database there. And step 13 is we are going to select everything or every records in the country table. And last time this showed us a lot of information. All right, so the next one is we are experiencing, some of these built-in functions altogether. Right here, we're going to experience the summations functions, the average functions, the maximum functions, the minimum functions, and the count functions, and also from this table. All right, so let's take a look at what is this all doing for us. The sum is adding all the population value together. So this is what 239 records. So they're gonna add all these, the population numbers together. Average generate an average across all the population. So so you have this when you add it up with this number, you're gonna divide it by what 239 records to get an average, and also show us the maximum, the population, the minimum of the population, and also how many records that has the populations in there. So copy and paste. Ooh, I forgot a semicolon comment, so that's why it's not working. I'm gonna get it out of this, and I have to re-log in. Yeah, I'm just missing one little things. Okay, so you got the sum of the population, average of the population, max, minimum, and also the count 239 records. So this is a what? 6 billions people, and the average is 25 millions, and the maximum is 1.2 billion. I think that's what China still have the most number of people, 1.2 billion. All right, did this thing work on your computer? Danielle say no? Okay.
It keeps saying you have an error in your SQL syntax. Check the manual that corresponds to your MariaDB server. So I'm trying to go back because I don't know where I went wrong.
Okay. Were you on the step 13 or 14?
I was at step 12 when I put in show databases. So when I go to show databases, it gives me error 1064.
Did you use a MySQL, this command, to log into the database?
I believe so, yes.
Or
Yes, I did.
did you do sudo su change directory to the /home/ec2-user step
Yep.
10?
Yes.
Probably you want to do a Control-C and redo from the step 10.
Okay.
Mhm.
Step 10. Okay.
Hi, everybody else. The weather, it works for you?
Yes.
Okay, great. Jepte, it work for you?
Yes, yes.
All right, cool. And Joe, you okay with this? All right. Well, in that case, we move on to the step 15, okay? So in some cases, you might need to split a string and using substring functions. There's a built-in function to split a string and where the spaces occurs. So select a region, you're using substring underscore index region space 1, from the country. Okay, so let's just execute this command and see what it's going to show us. Okay, so under the region, substrain index, region, comma 1. Okay, so in that case, we are looking for the only the first word, before the space. Caribbean, still Caribbeans. Southern and Central Asia become just Southern. Central Africa, which is, again, we're only looking for the first word or before the first space. Okay, we're
James?
looking, yeah, go ahead.
Would you use something like this if you wanted to find everybody with the same first name or the same last name, something like that?
Exactly. For example, your data could be first name space last name. Okay, but you're only looking for first name. So, as soon as, you're only looking for something before the first space. Okay, exactly. Well, that's a pretty good example. So Australia and then New Zealand, again, the first word before the space is Australia. So we're only looking for the first word here. Next week, when you are learning the Python or experience the Python, I believe you're also going to experience this using the built-in function to manipulate the string of data, only looking for something that you need. Okay. All right. Once again, does this work on your computer? Okay, Mitch say good. All right. Step number 16. Okay. So sometimes you may need to search rows using string fragment. Okay. So in this case, select name, region from the country table. So where the substring index region space equal to Southern. All right, so we're only looking for Southern now. Okay, and once again, copy and paste, execute this command. Okay, so we are looking for select a name and region. Okay, but we're only looking for the first word before space. They are Southern. So in this case, you have a Southern Central Asia region, and you got all of these Southern Europe and Southern Africa. Okay, and once again, this thing work on your computer? Yeah, all of these functions are helping us to find the information we want from a massive database. And we have 239 records. Once again, imagine, if you have a database with 239 millions of records in there, you really need to use these commands, to find the information that you need. All right, number 17. So you can use the length, this and the train. Okay. Yeah, Mr. Wahab, where are you from? Nigeria. All right. Okay. So you can use a length and train these functions. Select a region from the country table where the length, this function, when you train the region, okay, is less than 10 characters. Okay. And I'm going to copy and paste this and press enter. So any of these regions, okay, and after you train the left and the right, cut off the spaces. And but the character, it has to be less than 10. So Caribbeans, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Is that 9? Yeah, that's 9 characters here. So you got all the Caribbeans, you got the Malaysia, you got Polynesia. All right, so this is using the lens and the train, these functions. All right, step 18. Okay, and we're gonna use the distinct these functions. So we don't want to any of the duplicate. For example, if you look in this and you got a lot of Caribbeans and so on, you got a lot of duplicates in there. Okay, so select was the distinct this function. This is step number 18. Copy and paste. Well, in that case, we only have 3. Right, the rest is all duplicated. Okay, so because we only want a distinct, so there's only 3 distinct regions. All right, and there's a challenge in here. So, create a country tables, return set of record based on the following requirement. Okay, so we want to have Micronesia/Caribbean as the name in the region column, and the output should split the region as Micronesia and the Caribbean into 2 separate columns. Okay, and also have the different as a region name 1 and the region name 2. Okay, and this we're just gonna take a quick look about how this is gonna this command, how it's gonna get constructed. Okay, so select name and substring. Okay, you're looking for the slash now. Okay, as a separator. Okay, and region name 1 and also slash as -1. Okay, -1 means this thing start with a slash. A 1 means this thing means ending with a slash. From this, and where the region is equal to Micronesia/Caribbean. And once again, let's select this whole thing and let's just do it. Okay, then the output is like that. So you got United States, minor outlying island. Okay, so the region, instead of the region become Micronesia/Caribbean, so it is actually separate into 2, word. Yeah, once again, this work for you? All right, now these are all just, very, very elementary type of demonstration of using SQL. And you got a sense of how to, these functions are available for you to use, okay? So in the real life, then you do have to spend time to think through, how you're gonna build these commands, using these functions, okay? And, this does require you to go through a more extensive training and, do a lot of practice, and try and error to make sure this command works for you. And also in the real life, that you may work with multiple tables, okay, instead of just one. So you building a very long commands is pulling into, many of the table into the data in, then you're gonna using this filter, these things to find the data for you. All right, so again, this is any question about this? If not, I'm gonna closing this lab.